AJ, I got to tell you, and I'm sure I'm not the only old guy that's going to tell you this, but your father is the reason why I fell in love, because the girl that I met knew this Jim Croce. She had a connection with him, and it's like I had to become a part of her life to sing the same songs that she was.
Oh, that is beautiful, Arrow. Thank you.
For you to step into that role, to get that music back out here for other people to fall in love, my God, this is a gift, dude. I mean, you've got the gift.
It's a gift to be able to do it. The music is so great. Just the show and the stories are so much fun to tell, and I think that by making it uniquely different each night, by opening it up to the audience to shout out what they want to hear, it just makes it feel alive. It really does. I think some people come because it's for nostalgic reasons only, and what they find out is it's so very present and alive.
You know what's really interesting, AJ, is the fact that it doesn't feel like 50 years. Your father wrote music that has been planted inside my heart for every day.
That's what great music is. It's timeless.
When you have a song and it's in your hands, you're playing it with your guitar and you're singing the words, I have to say I love you in a song. Do you feel the same exact thing that we're feeling?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, performance, which I've done, my entire life, as a piano player and performing with other people like B.B. King, Ray Charles and stuff. It is about performance. Part of it is about the connecting to the song in the moment and being completely present and vulnerable. And part of it is thinking ahead just a little bit to where you might want to go. And then part of it is just completely forgetting everything and just being there in this kind of Zen state, which is like the most perfect place you could possibly be as a musician. Because when you stop thinking about it, you're not gonna forget it. I know the song, and it's in that moment when I feel the audience, and we feel like we're all breathing together, and it's very real.
I hear that a lot from musicians, how important the audience is. And that's why, it's like, I always tell people, get to the concert before the concert begins. Don't come walking in while he's up there performing, because he can see you walking in.
Well, I don't see very well, so I'm not going to see you walking in. But I'll tell you this, it does make a difference. The audience, I come with a lot of energy, but I'll tell you that I can only go so far dynamically. The audience takes it the rest of the way. And, my job is to get them into it. My job is to entertain them. And this show makes it really easy because, because there's a lot of goodwill that people bring coming into this. I think they're surprised at how they feel, and it's emotional. It's very joyful, but there's moments where people have been touched, like yourself, by these songs, and it could be a recent experience, or it could be something that they remember from their childhood or their first girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, I have this privilege to be able to kind of connect to that emotion.
3 CDs set, and it's also an LP. I have to buy the LP, and the reason being is because I want to be able to hear that snap, crackle, and pop of that needle touching that album. Because
they're
that's
so good.
Oh my God, and the deepness.
Yeah, they're so good, Arrow. I'll tell you what. BMG. I've released my own LPs for a long time now. Trying to get my father's stuff on repressed on LPs has taken a really long time, and I've worked the catalog for 28 years. But I don't own the masters, so getting these originals pressed took a lot. And BMG sent me the acetates of these 3 albums. And I mean, I was listening before all the process of through the mixes. And when I got these test pressings, I was just floored. Usually test pressings are pretty mediocre, and these were amazing. And when I heard the actual vinyl, I was blown away.
So are you like me, that because when I come into the studio every day, I always say, all right, Mom, let's go do this, because my mother was there with me from the very beginning of radio. And do you still have those moments where before you go out there on that stage, Dad, let's go do it. We're going to do this together.
I think I don't know that I think of it in that way, but I certainly feel like it's communal.
Yeah.
It's more than just me. That's for damn sure. It's more than just me out there, and it's really all of us, and we all play a role.
So what is it like for you when you see a 5 or a 10-year-old singing Bad Bad Leroy Brown? I mean, it's one of the simplest songs to sing, but it never leaves you.
It's so sweet. It's really beautiful, and I do see that a lot. And because of Stranger Things using "Don't Mess Around with Jim," that show in particular was really profound. And X-Men, turned kids on to Time in a Bottle and Fast and Furious and Hangover and then I Got a Name and Django. These are modern, contemporary reference points for young people who grew up, watching these movies and went down a rabbit hole, with it. And so I see them every night. I see, folks in their 20s who are, close to my kids' age who, obviously my kids grew up with this music because of who their grandfather is. But, but these kids didn't necessarily, but their parents were like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I've got that record. You know what I mean?
AJ, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thank you, Arrow. That's really kind.
Well, you be brilliant today, and thank you for continuing on with the music and the legacy.
I'll do my best.